Hey guys, Ike here from IkesOutdoors.com. For the past few days I've been testing out a product called Blood Trail Enhancer, which I've got right here in this bottle. What this is a spray bottle, and this is exactly what it says. It's a Blood Trail Enhancer. Any kind of blood that you spray this on, it's going to foam. This is a blue color. You can see here. I hope you can see it's a blue color. And when you spray this down on the ground, you got that blue color, and anywhere where it hits blood, it's going to foam up. Kind of looks like peroxide when it foams up. It foams up and kind of turns white. So we tested this out here the past few days. We tested it out on a blood trail I had my wife lay down. We got some beef blood sent over to us with this product. And so we took my wife out, and she laid down a blood trail, and then I tried to follow her down. And it was pretty successful in doing that. I mean, this wasn't the only thing I used. There was some blood that I had her lay out as close to a real deer trail as possibly could do. So there was some blood that I was able to tell right away it was blood. And I had her put some in some areas that was really hidden well. And I also had her kind of space some out a little bit with just barely little drops. And to put those drops next to areas that had some red to them, you know, like we've all seen and out in the woods. Red on the grass, red on leaves and stuff like that. So I could use this to verify what was blood and what wasn't. And I can tell you, in that aspect, it worked out really nice. It helped me identify the blood, and it also helped me to verify what was blood and what wasn't. So we're going to show you a clip of that right here. I started out this video, I had a shirt on with some white skulls and stuff on it. I took that off and had her put that where she stopped her trail. So we'll show you some of that footage right here. Alright guys, we're out here. We're going to test out this Blood Trail Enhancer out here in the field. And we've come out here strictly because this is one of the harder areas for me to trail in. We've got a lot of real tall Johnson grass out here, fescue, a lot of briars and stuff like that. And on the ground here, it's just a real thick mat of the old dead grass. And it really soaks up the blood bad. So this is one of the areas that I have a real hard time finding blood in. So what we're going to do for this test is we're going to imagine like I was up in this tree and we had a deer right here. We got a trail right here behind us, an old trail that we drive in on. And what we're going to do is we're going to imagine that I had a tree stand up there, shot a deer down here. I'm going to establish a point where I'm basically going to stick my arrow on the ground. That's going to give me a beginning area to track. And my wife, Lindsay, is going to take off in that direction. And once she gets out of sight, she's going to start laying down a blood trail with some beef blood that we've got. I'm not going to watch her go. I'm not going to know anything about the way she goes except for like when we all go hunting and we hit a deer. I'll know the point that I hit her. I'll know the direction she's going, and that's going to be it. I'll lose her right over here at about 30 yards away from me. I'll lose sight of her, and that'll be where I'll start my initial search. And we're going to use this Blood Trail Enhancer from there to see if we can trail her down. Okay, so we got our arrow here. I'm going to stick it in the ground. We got a little bit of blood on that red feather phoenix there, and I'm going to coat the shaft with it just a little bit. This blood here is some nasty old beef blood. So we're going to put that right there on the shaft, because sometimes whenever you wound these deer, especially if it goes all the way through them, it sticks in the ground and you can't really see the blood. Or if you wait for a while in your tree stand, you can't really see the blood. So this is going to be our initial point of impact. This is going to be right about where I shot it. And we got that blood on there. I'm going to take it and wipe it all off on the grass, because I'm not getting my hands on that nasty stuff. So there's our arrow. There's what it looks like now. We're going to stick it right in the ground here, and we're going to spray some of that blood trail enhancer on it in a minute.
Okay, I'm going to start my blood trail. Here's our little tree. And let's hope we can find her.
Okay, so we got our arrow here, and I can see the blood's been drying for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes now. I can see some on there, but not near as what there was when we poured it on there. So I'm just going to spray this down to verify that it is blood. Remove that deal. So we got that. We definitely got blood there on the head. And you can see this is a bright blue when you spray it, but it foams up and turns almost white whenever you come into contact with blood. There's what it looks like when you spray it on areas where there's not blood. So there where there is blood, got that nice white foam up there. So we got our point of impact. We know we've got blood on our arrow. Notice she went that direction, so that's the direction we're going to go. You can see the terrain here. We've got kind of it's just a really bad area to track, so we're going to head that way and see what we can find. It's going to be tough. Well, here's some stuff that I suspect is blood. I can spray it down and I know it's not blood now. So it's good for that too. It's good to detect stuff that looks like blood but may not actually be blood. Here we go. Here's some more. And see now, when you come across blood like this, you don't really need to spray it because you got a good verifiable blood pattern there. You know that that's blood. So this is going to be a tough trail to follow. So what we're looking for is Lindsay dropped the long sleeve shirt that I had on when we started this. She dropped that about 100 yards in this direction. There we go. Good stuff. The ground has soaked most of that blood up, so I know that that's blood. Okay, so we got a nice leaf here that's got a nice big splotch on it. Looks pretty good. This area is real suspect because there's a lot of stuff here that looks like blood. So now we've came back out to this field and we're in this grass here, and this stuff here is just soaking that blood up. I mean, it's really bad here, but I've been able to spray, and I can tell that she stayed right along this trail here. So far, it looks like she's heading right into that thick brush. So this is where it's going to get tough. This all Johnson grass stuff here. Okay, so we got a little spot right here, and there's my shirt. So she must have hooked around that tree and left it right there up against this pine tree. So that was a really tough blood trail. We had about 20 cc's of blood, maybe. And Lindsay used it pretty sporadically. Probably a lot thinner than what most deer you'd hit would bleed, especially if you hit them with a talon. And Phoenix talons, or a Phoenix, and Phoenix tear these deer up. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with the field test. It really made it glow nice and blue, or really nice and white when it hit that blood. Good indication, good way of showing what is blood and what's not blood. Good way of definitely knowing where you got to hit by spraying your arrow. And it was nice to be able to backtrack and go and take 10 steps back and stuff like this that all looks the same, and be able to find that nice glowing blue patch with that white in the middle of it. So that's a pretty good test of it, and I'm pretty impressed with that overall. Okay, so you can see there, you know, it worked out just like it was supposed to work out there, and really helped to do a couple different things: identify the blood and to verify what was not blood. One other thing I noticed about it was sometimes when I go trailing deer, I'll take either marking tape or I'll take an arrow out of my quiver, and the last place I find blood, I'll drop my arrow. That's usually what I use as my arrow. So I'll drop my arrow, and then when I range ahead, if I lose blood, I can come right back to my arrow. Nice thing about this was the ground right there where the blood was remained white. The blue went away, but it remained white where it had bubbled up. So you could come right back and you could find that really noticeable white patch. So I really like that aspect of it. Another really nice aspect of this is it works in rain. We had rain just yesterday, so I took some blood out and put some on some concrete and put some on some grass, and it worked real well in that aspect as well. The blood sat out to rain for about 15-20 minutes, and raining pretty hard. So we'll show you that clip and show you how well it performed under that situation. Today, so we're going to try this out. It's been raining off and on pretty heavy and pretty light. I'm going to put a couple drops of blood here on the concrete. I'm going to put a couple drops of blood over here on the ground. I don't have a lot of blood left, so I don't have a lot to get out.
Bertie. Bertie.
Got some blood there. Got some right there in that grass. Okay, so it's been about 15-20 minutes, and you can see the blood's completely gone off the sidewalk here. So we're going to spray around, not even sure exactly where I sprayed it. It's really kind of reacting everywhere. Let's see in the grass over here how it works. Okay, it's working pretty good in the grass. You can see where it's foaming up here. It's doing pretty well right there as far as foaming up on that. You're not going to run into a lot of concrete out in the woods, but I just thought it'd be something I'd try out. It actually looks like right here may be the place where it was. So yeah, it was all kind of foaming up there. It was kind of confusing on the concrete, but you can see pretty well the difference in the blue here where it's not foaming up and the blue where the blood was. So it looks pretty good as far as that goes. I'll spray some over here so you can see. You can definitely tell the difference in where the blood was and where the blood's not. So working out pretty well in the rain. You can definitely see this now. This is foaming up pretty good, and this other stuff just kind of went away. So you can definitely see the blood there on the concrete as well. Okay, so another way that this works is this will actually work at night in conjunction with the blood light. I don't have a blood light. I have just a regular flashlight, and it works all right with a regular flashlight. It wasn't great. But you could tell that it was, you know, what was blood and what wasn't. I need to pick me up a blood light probably to help out, but it didn't work. It worked pretty good at night, but not great without the blood light. So you know, if you're going to use it at night, you probably want to get a blood light like it recommends to help you out there with that. So overall, I think this product worked out really well. Marginal shots, it's going to help you. Long trails, it's going to help you. Areas where there's a lot of Johnson grass and grass that's real thick and it's just kind of matted down, it's going to help you there. Anytime it's raining, this stuff performed really well in the rain, so I was really happy about that. Areas that I hunt, I will hardly hunt in the rain because I've shot deer in the past and lost them in the rain. One of them was a real nice big buck, and made a good shot on him, but I lost him in the rain. So this product, this blood trail enhancer, is going to help you out in situations like that, situations that are hard to trail. It works out really good. It's available in a couple different sizes. This is a big 24-ounce bottle. Well, I'm not sure how big this bottle is, but this is a nice big bottle. T-Mac's testing this product out as well. He's putting it through some vigorous tests, and he's going to show you some night stuff in his video. And this works on fresh blood, old blood, works in the rain, works in the daylight, works in snow, works at night. Works fairly good at night, so I'll say that. So I'm fairly impressed with it. I think it's a pretty good product. So you guys can check this out at www.lclhuntingshop.com, and you can find some more information there, and you can get a full look at this and some of the other products that they sell there. So like I said, this is Blood Trail Enhancer. Worked out really good on all the tests that I gave it. So I'm Ike from IkesOutdoors.com. Please visit our website. We got some bow reviews coming up. We got all kinds of good product reviews coming up. T-Mac's also going to be testing this, and he's going to test it out pretty rigorously. So if I can spit the words out. So be sure to keep an eye on that. Be sure to check this out at lclhuntingshop.com. Be sure to visit our website, IkesOutdoors.com. Appreciate you guys watching.